Hi guys, in this lecture we are gonna learn the display property, that is the CSS property. And now let's start. Uh, but before this, here I want to tell you something, that what is the display property. The display property is used to change the display. I have already tell you the block level elements and the inline elements. So what is the block level elements? That are shown as a block, as a container, and it have the new line before and after it, and it cover the full space on the screen. And we can change the display of these elements. We can show the block level elements as the inline elements and the inline elements as the block level elements by using the display property. But before this, I want to tell you something, that is block level elements and the inline elements properties, or you can say that the identifications of the block level elements and the inline elements. So now here I have already created this page. Its name is display.html. This time it is different, and here is the body, and here is the HTML element head style, and here is its render page. And now here I'm gonna copy a paragraph from the Wikipedia. Here is this paragraph, little paragraph, and here in the body I have pasted it. And now first of all I'm gonna show you what is the block level element exact. In the HTML section I have teach you the block level elements and the inline elements without the CSS, but now I'm gonna teach you with the CSS, so your concept is going to be clear more. So here I'm gonna enclose this line in the paragraph. This line is now a paragraph. We have enclosed it inside the paragraph. So now let's render it, and here you see that this line have the new line before and after it, so it's mean it is a block level element. The paragraph is a block level element. Here when we remove these paragraph tags, so now it is just a simple paragraph. And when we apply these tags, so now this line have the complete new line before and after it, so this is the block level element. And the second identification of the block level element, here I'm gonna apply the border on this paragraph. Here is border 1 pixel solid, here is red, and here it is. So here you see that we have applied this border on a paragraph, but it will be applied on the complete line. Or you can say that the block level elements is display as a box, it is display as a container. It will cover the full space in front of it. It will cover the 100% width, and we can also give the height and width to the block level elements. Here I'm gonna give it the width. Here is 20 pixel, and now the border is reduced. So now there are three identifications of the block level element. It have the new lines before and after it. It will cover the complete space, and we can give it the width and height. And now here I'm going to tell you about its display property. Here is the display property. By using this display property we can change the display of the paragraph. Here you can see that this is as a block, so this is the default value for this paragraph. The paragraph have the display block value, but we can give it other values, that is the inline values. But before this I'm gonna show you what is the inline. Here is, I'm gonna enclose this text now in the span. The span is an inline element. Here is span, and here is span, and here I'm gonna remove it. This value is for the paragraph. Here I want to tell you another thing, that paragraph heading and the div or the block level elements, and the span anchor tag image is a inline elements, and here it is. So now here you see that the text that is inside the span is displayed as a simple text inside the border. It have not the full space, it have not the new line, and we cannot able to give the width to the span. Here I'm gonna give it the 200 pixel, but it is not going to be applying on it. So now you can see that this is the identifications of an inline element. It have not new line, it will not cover all the space on the screen, we cannot give it the width and height. And now this is okay, and now we are going to change the display. Here this span have the display value inline because it is inline element, but we are going to change it. I'm going to make this span as a block level element. So how to do this? Here is we have to change its value. Here we have to give it block. So now this span is become the block level element. Here you see that it is shown on the second line, and it will cover all the space on the screen, and it is on the new line. And now we are also able to give it the width. Here is the width is 200 pixel. Here it is. So now this is called the display property. This is the method to change the display of any element. And now you can apply all the block level element properties on this span. The block level elements have the property, we can give it the width, you have the new lines before and after it, but here the new lines are not present before and after this span. And then there is another property for is it will cover all the space on the screen because we have given it the width, so that's why it is not covering all the space, but it can cover. So now this is the method to make an inline element into a block level element, and here I'm gonna make it again a inline element. Here it is. So now it is simple. And now here I'm gonna make this span a paragraph, and then this is a block level element, and now I'm gonna change it into the inline element. Here is display, and here I'm gonna render it. So now it is a block level element, and here I'm gonna give it inline, and then it have no new line before and after it, and it will not cover full space, and you cannot give it the width and height. Here is the width, I'm going to give it the width, but it is not going to be applied because now it is an inline element. But when we apply the default property on it, block, so all the properties are going to be work because it will become the block level elements. So this is the way to make a block level element into an inline element, and then an inline element into a block level elements. Then they will interchange their properties completely. And now here I'm going to tell you about the third one value of this display, that is inline block. And what is the inline block? We can give the inline block value to any element, to a block level element, and we can also give this value to an inline element. And here is, first of all, I'm gonna give this value to the block level element. So now this block level element also have the properties of the inline. Here it is. So now its properties are following. It have no new line before and after it. It have no it will not cover the full space on the screen, but it have one property that is belong to the block level element, that is we can give it the width and height, and it will be applied. Here is no new line, no full covering space, and here we can give it the width and height. This property is from the block level elements, and the other properties are from the inline element. And here is And now you can also apply this inline block property on the span. When we apply this inline block value on the span, so it have the same properties. It will not have the new line before and after it. It will not cover the full space, and you can give it the width and height. So this is the way to make to change the display properties and to change the display. And here I want to tell you another thing, that anchor tag is also inline element, and we cannot give it the width and height. Whenever we want to give it the width and height, we have to apply the inline block, or we have to apply the block value on it. So if you have any problems, so kindly add the discussion. I will help you as much as I can. So thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next video.